All right, we are here and we're going to talk about something that I'm going to talk about this year. There was a new God of War experience with God of War Ragnarok Valhalla that just released this week on PS4, PS5. Now, granted, I won't be spoiling anything in this video. I'll be talking about obviously things that happened, but I won't like necessarily say, okay, it ended like this, or this person or whatever showed up in the DLC. Now, granted, if you can leave a like, I would always appreciate it. Now, what I usually do is talk about things I like, I don't like, and stuff like that. But this game, or like this expansion DLC, I've put about 20 hours into it now. Now, granted, I've played a lot, like 10 plus hours, like 12 hours, whatever, post the story, because I just want to unlock everything. I want to get 100% of all stats. I want to do everything, and I'm doing it on the plus 30 mode. Now, if you don't know what I mean by plus 30, there are like 5 modes, right? Where like 0 is the easiest mode. You get no extra awards. 10%, plus 10. You get 10% extra awards or whatever. That's like normal. Then you have hard plus 20. Then you have very hard plus 30. And then like the hardest difficulty plus 40. Which I have tried once, but I haven't beaten a run yet with it. But I'm going to try it. But yeah. So I'm trying to get 100% on everything. Now, granted, I have all the trophies. So technically, like, I have all the trophies for like the game, but just because you have all the trophies sometimes doesn't mean you have 100% in game. Now, this was revealed on the Game Awards show, and when they first revealed this, how they talked about it when they put the PlayStation blog up, I had expectations where like this is gonna be like Returnal Ascension, the free DLC. Like it's gonna be an excuse for me to go back to the game. Maybe there's some lore here and there, but what surprised me, and on Twitter they just mentioned, oh, it's gonna have some story a bit here and there, but this was story heavy to the point where like I feel like I have to play this in order before next game, because so much important stuff happens here, so much great stuff happens here, so much character development is made for Kratos here, and especially like if you have played the older God of War games before God of War 2018, this is like a dream come true. Like when I put this on Twitter, I feel like God of War Ragnarok Valhalla is like a true love letter to this series. Not just from the music, from like everything unlock and stuff like that. There's stuff in the gameplay mechanics that you unlock from the older games where you go like, oh, there are skins you unlock. Like there's a lot of things you unlock that can also be used in the main when you play through the New Game Plus. So don't forget that some of the things can actually be used in New Game Plus. Now, granted, how this works is you basically enter Valhalla, which is like a space in Kratos' heads, like a memory past. And like you go through this cycle, and the cycle is not, when people say roguelike or whatever, it's not super roguelike where like, oh, it's insanely long and stuff. No, it's not that super long to make a run. Also, you can obviously adjust difficulty if it's too hard. You can suspend the game in a lot of points where you just press square on the thing and it's going back to the main menu. So you can just close the game, play something else, and then go back. And when you press on Valhalla game mode, you're just gonna reappear where you spawned, and you can save how many times you want if you don't want to put your console in rest mode. So there is that. And so don't be afraid like from difficulty step, it's going to be very hard. Yeah, the last boss is hard, obviously. It takes a while to beat him. But I did play him on plus 30, right? So like it took me a while to beat the last boss, but like you can change difficulty at any point. Now, granted, you can't change difficulty. I don't think you can change difficulty in a single run. I think you have to change the difficulty before you start a run. And once you start a run, it's going to be locked there. Now, let's talk about the best things about this year. Now, obviously, I love a whole series. I love the old God of War games. I have 100% every single version from PS Vita, PS3, PS4 versions, remastered God of War 3, original God of War 3. Like, I have the platinum, even on Steam PC. I have 100% every single God of War ever. Now, I will go back on the PS4 version and do the DLCs there too. When I tell you this, I was so surprised how good the story is. Like, generally, like, there were some moments here where gave me goosebumps. The acting is incredible, and it is truly like a story about, like, if you love Kratos, this is like just a deeper connection to him, like who he was, who he has become, where he's going. And it's a lot of the stuff is from his past, right? A lot of the stuff is from Kratos' past, and it basically he confronts the past from different characters, from different gameplay mechanics, from different bosses. Old enemies return from the old games. I'm not gonna say which ones, but like if you know, you know. Like there is some old school classic stuff here. And what I truly appreciate about this free DLC, by the way, it's like the people who made this DLC. I mean, people who made God of War in general love the game, especially Ragnarok. Like there's a lot of connections to the old games. But each time you make a run, they talk about different things every time. Like I've beaten the run maybe 15, 17, I don't know, maybe 20, I have no idea. But every time there's something new about his daughter, about his wife, about his past, about his brother. He talks about new stuff every single run, even post game. Post game has more lore than the main, like story-wise, because there's so much to do after the story. And I know there's a secret ending. I'm trying to get that right, so I'm not going to talk about the secret ending or anything like. But there is a secret ending if you beat the game enough. If you beat like the cycle enough times post story, you're gonna unlock a secret ending or whatever. So I can't wait. I don't know what it is yet, but I can't wait to get to that because that's probably gonna set up some things in the future. Maybe not. Maybe it's just some extra cutscene for the fans or whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing bad about this. Like it's free. Like I'm telling you, this is worth. I played. There's a lot of good expansion this year. This was easily worth like €20, $20. It has enough content there if you want to gonna keep replaying for that money, right? And the story is actually incredible. Like they actually put a lot of effort into cutscenes, into old stuff from the old games, like references and stuff like that. So if you have any doubt, if you're here watching this video because you want to support me, or if you're curious about it, if you have, obviously I understand like backlog and stuff. A lot of people are gonna. The reason why I'm not spoiling anything is because I don't want anyone watching this video basically getting spoiled because they want to play this around Christmas, or they don't have time right now because they're playing the game. They just shadow drop this basically. Just here's the Game Awards. This is available in like 5 days or 4 days, whatever it was, 5 days between, and it's amazing. It's like it was free. Like I expected, like when you download this, you have to go to the store and press download, right? It's actually a true, like a true expansion. It's not just an update to the game where like, it's you have to download it, and the download is like 17 or 18 gigabytes, so it's pretty big, right? It's pretty big. If you have any doubts to play this, like it is more God of War, and it is like like if you're just a fan of the series, there's no reason for you to not play it. Now, I will say this. Some people did ask me this in DMs or whatever. What if you didn't play any games before God of War 2018? Will you get it? I'm sure like you have some references to how Kratos was before, right? If you don't, then just watch a summary, maybe, if you don't want to play them. Because the only game you can play on PS4 or PS5 that's older, that's God of War 3 remaster, which is why I want a collection. I don't want necessarily a remake of God of War 1, because the art style fits that. Like you can't put over the shoulders like this you see here in the old God of War games. It doesn't work like that. It's not made that way. But however, I do want a 4K 60 port of the old God of War games, so they're all just accessible. Even if it's only there's like the trilogy, right? God of War 1, 2, and 3. Even that's better than nothing. But I would love all the two PSP games, Ascension and a trilogy. Just a big PS5, PC port, whatever. Here you go. Here it is. Play it. Have fun, right? Have fun. So yeah, that was my... it was basically just be glazing over this game. But this is not a review. This is just me just loving God of War. Like, there's a few franchises where I'm just happy to play. Like, you understand? Like 2 weeks ago, I didn't expect to play God of War. Like I was like, it's gonna be years before you got maybe a Trios spin-off game is gonna come on 2024, maybe 2025. We're gonna not get any news of God of War or anything, and they just shadow dropped an expansion that I have spent about 20 hours, and I'm gonna do 2 more rounds to get 100%, and then go back to the PS4 version, and get all the things there to replay the whole story again. And it's just incredible. Like it is like there's nothing, like it's free. It's free. 18 gigabytes of it, like it's basically an expansion. Like there are legit expansions for like $10 or $20 that have way less content than this, and they cost obviously. So it's like you have nothing to lose. If you own the game on PS4 or PS5, you can just download it, play it, love it, enjoy it, and that's it. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, obviously, I would definitely appreciate you guys liking the video if it's possible. If you have any questions, because I've played this a lot about the DLC, just ask away and I will try to answer them. And something I just want to mention is that Am I the only one that feels like it actually looks better now? I mean, sure they have time to adjust the taste, but I feel like when I started, I was like, the God of War, like I know it looked good, very good on PS5, but it's looking even more crisp now. I just noticed that. So yeah, that was my basically just God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. It's amazing video. It's not even a review. It's just me glazing over it because I love God of War. Thanks for watching, and if you like the video, thank you so much, and see you next video. Goodbye.